Finally, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is tightening its news on public officers under investigation regarding corrupt allegations rocking the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. The EFCC has seized the passports of the suspended minister Betta Edu and her predecessor Sadiya Umar-Farouq over the ongoing investigation into the scandal in the ministry. Edu arrived at the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission headquarters on Tuesday, has been granted bail, but she is to report daily for further interrogation. This is so pathetic. A very, very a career that a lot of people would describe as something that just started, that she might end up as the vice president one day or the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not too young to rule, 36-year-old minister going to 37, Harvard-trained medical doctor. How did we get here?
Well, but again, we need to also be very careful. Dr. Betta Edu has not been found guilty yet, so investigation is still going on, and we cannot just we cannot be the judge here. However,
I feel bad.
I feel very bad because I must tell you that Betta Edu, from a distance, is a very likable person and very intelligent, articulate, and she was very visible during the campaigns. You know, when the president went to Chatham House, she was there. You know, so you would have thought that such a person. You don't want to think that such a person will be involved. Are you getting me now? But again, we must also commend President Bola Tinubu. This lady worked for him. Visibly. You understand? She was the woman leader of the APC. But then, a fraud that has allegedly been committed, and her name is in it, and the president moved very swiftly. You know, she was removed or suspended on Monday, and then the president gave an instruction to the EFCC to swing into action. And on Tuesday, they've done that. Now, Betta Edu has a case to answer. Let her clear herself. If and one other thing that if you listen to the statement, or if you read the statement that the Minister of Information gave concerning the issue that there will be a probe, it said that details will be unfolded to the public. For example, if she's let go, the public will know why she's allowed to go. If she's taken to the court, the public will also know why she has. So it's a very good thing, and it shows that there are no sacred cows. We've seen people in past governments so accused, and nothing came out of. I don't want to start mentioning names now, but if you cast your mind back, I'm sure you can remember one or two persons that were so accused, and nothing. In fact, one of them was still grandstanding during the campaign. I don't want to mention his name, you know, but nothing happened. We don't even know whether the case went to court or if it saw But then we see this happening. It's interesting. For me, it's the president is making a statement that there are no sacred cows, and I think it's a warning to other people working with him that you better sit up and better behave. Then I also like the fact that nobody, from what we see, nobody is trying to tie the hands of the EFCC. We truly want institutions that are strong, institutions that are not emasculated by powerful men. So let the EFCC do its work, and let the EFCC do a very thorough investigation, not shoddy investigation. Not the kind of investigation that they will have done, and then when they get to the court, and the judge will start lecturing them about what they did not do right. So let them do their work very well. If the woman, Betta Edu, and the former Umar-Farouq, if they have to be taken to court, let them be taken to court, and let's see how it goes.
For the first time, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar commended President Bola Tinubu. I've seen that for the first time. I saw that press release, and I'm saying for him to have taken this decision swiftly like this, that this is good, Tiken.
What is good is good. It doesn't have any other name. The fact is that if I say I'm not highly disappointed with what Betta Edu did, I will just be putting mildly. So much expectation. We were here just after the election, and on a daily basis, we are practically begging the president to make sure that he brings a lot of young people into the cabinet. so as to give them a sense of belonging, so that the young ones can be able to take over the reins of power from the older generation that are practically going away. And we hint this on the not too young to run indices that was passed, the law that was passed, so that we can give life to our younger generation to also, so that we can see. Why? 2 days ago, France appointed a new prime minister. Do you know how old he is? 33 years. The new prime minister of France is 33 years. Most of our former military governors, as it were governors, or governors, they were under 30. Under the military. 30, 35, 40. What am I saying in essence? So, the president heard that kind of clarion call, and if you see the cabinet, the president cabinet as it were, and see the number of young people, I think that should be the highest we've had since 1999. So he listened to us. But this to have come from this particular woman who so much expected, who was expected to have performed and have done, is so clearly. One, in fact, another problem for me is that all the people are involved are women. And that speaks volume. The former Umar-Farouq, former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, the woman in charge of the disbursement that was said that had transferred about 37 billion to her own account is a woman, Betta Edu. And we also have been crying that women need to be given certain position, not just made ministers of women affairs. And it becomes a problem for me that at the end of it all this, and we have to commend the president. This can never happen during the regime of Muhammadu Buhari. You can cry from here till tomorrow. He will not. After all, he told us that time that he takes his time. If some people say he just closes his ears and takes his time. But this president has shown capacity. He has shown leadership. He has shown that irrespective of whoever's horse is God, if you ever, and he said it. And probably some of them have forgotten what he said it during this thing they had for them, and when they were being inaugurated. If I find you wanting, I will hit the nail. And let me even say this further. I don't know those, and this is on a more like that. I don't know those that were handling the PR of this minister. They did a shoddy job. Let me tell you, the first statement that came out from the spokesperson of the minister nailed her. It was terrible. And that was the same time I would have number. Before you pick somebody to be your peer, I'm a member of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, and I know what PR is. I'm a journalist. I'm a member of APCON. There are certain ways you manage information. Information management is a very key, vital point in politics. And that is what the president is doing well. Look at the people he surrounds himself with. People that speak for him. You will see the way and manner they transmit the message. That even the average man that received that message, no matter how much, you've taken it. So the EFCC have been given the go-ahead. We heard that their passport, their own and that of this thing, has been taken, and investigation will continue. But let it not be the way and manner that investigation had happened in the past. I'm giving a classical example. There's a man in Nigeria, the Auditor General of Nigeria, that was accused of stealing over 100 billion. Hey, do you remember him? And we heard there was a plea bargain, and the man returned about 60. And he just said, and he was, and it was a journalist anger that I heard that when somebody phoned and was talking, and said the man was even banned a few days back. Let the president set example. By the time you start setting example with those that close to you, every other person that wants to go into this kind of, and that was what Obasanjo did. If you remember when Nasir El-Rufai was the minister of FCT, where did he start from? Demolition of houses. Started with those in government. In fact, Obasanjo was saying that even if it's his own house, it's on this thing, come and demolish it. So by the time he moved out, so I thank the president, we thank the president, and we hope and believe that this is the pattern we are going to see in the next 4 years. All of them should now sit up and know that it is no longer a life as it used to be.
A kind of signal.
Signal to all ministers, of course. Of course.
I said so, yeah. But if you permit me, let me quickly say that what Betta Edu allegedly did does not represent what the young people of Nigeria are. Yes, there are still very good young Nigerians who will not engage in corruption. It does not also represent what women in Nigeria stand for. However, they can learn that lesson. Yoruba say, meaning,
you have an Igbo man here.
see, the kind of death that your compatriots die is a lesson to you.
You are not talking.
So they should learn a lesson.
Okay, I have this call from Plateau Jos. Thank you for staying with us. Hello?
On Christmas period, she visited Jos. The rested of this crisis that is happening in Mangu.
Yes, Ibrahim.
Barik and Ladi Bokos. When she came to Jos, by her behavior, shows that to her, food has already arrived. The goggle that she's wearing, you can see it's been trafficating. Has some light that it shows on her goggle.
Thank you, Brian.
Like food.
We are not discussing just today, but I'm sure we've been tracking that story, and we promise you to bring latest information on our news about what is happening in Plateau, Jos and around that area, at North Central. Yeah. So ultimately, what we are looking at there is that there is a kind of example. Yeah. And this will serve as a deterrent. It should even though if she's not guilty at the end of the day, but the president has taken the bull by the horn. Look, excuse us. Yeah.
What this has shown is that, unlike most of the previous government, we have a listening president now. In the past, Nigerian will shout, Nigeria will talk, but the president will just remain and look. Whatever he wants to do, he did. But we've come to see that this is not the first time. There have been so many instances that certain policies of government comes out, and Nigerians start talking, and the president will just look back and say, okay, this is not the first time. I'm just saying within the space of just about 6 months. And that is what has been very, very consistent. That is leadership. Nobody knows it all. Leadership is having a listening ear and listening to the people you are presiding, because they employed you. Nigeria employed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu